Forza Horizon 5, we need to talk. With the recent announcement of Forza Horizon 6, I think this is the perfect time to take a step back and reflect on a game that I have, to put it nicely, very mixed feelings about. I've been thinking a lot about what I want to say about this game as a kind of a closing statement before we pack up our things ahead of Japan in 2026. Kind of a look back at this game's life cycle and my 100% raw and filtered opinion about it. And let's just say it's not pretty. I'll start off by saying that as someone who's played every single Forza Horizon game, this one is without a doubt the worst one in the series. Compared to the previous 4 games, Horizon 5 fails miserably in every way possible. Again, this is just my opinion. I know there's people out there who love Horizon 5, and that's great too. But anyways, let's get down to the nitty gritty of why I hate this game. Horizon 5 released on November 1st, 2021, the first Horizon game to be released with the new hardware of the Xbox Series X and S, and it was also available on the Xbox One, which is where my first problem with this game occurs. I feel the developers kind of hold back a little bit in order to make the Xbox One version. They didn't make a good game for the Series X and S, but also not make it too crazy to the point where the Xbox One couldn't run it. It's like what happened with Horizon 2. They made it for the Xbox One, but still had to leave a little bit of breathing room so that the Xbox 360 could keep up. This won't be a problem with Horizon 6 as it will only be available in the Xbox Series X and S, but it's still something to think about. I bought Horizon 5 in June of 2022, about 7 months after it initially came out, and I'll be honest, I enjoyed it. I was doing some races, doing the Horizon stories, exploring the festival, but the more I played it, the more the cracks started to show. For one thing, the whole "you're the Horizon superstar" thing gets very old after a while, especially in the opening cutscenes where all the characters just glaze the shit out of you.
All eyes are on the superstar making their way to the festival. Please welcome our #1 superstar to Horizon Mexico.
It's a roll. We just need our superstar.
But first, our superstar is here.
Like, it feels like I'm being talked to like a goddamn 4-year-old. And also, not to mention how you just get to pick from the latest and greatest cars for your first car. Like, the only beginner car here is the Bronco, and even that's a stretch. Like, take a look at Horizon 2's beginner car choices. You either have to pick Camaro, a stock 1998 Supra, or a BMW Z4. Those are beginner cars. A new Corvette and a new Supra are not beginner cars. And that's a gripe that a lot of people in the community have with this game. Everything is just handed to you. Like, you can easily buy a Lamborghini or a Ferrari in like the first hour of gameplay. Anyways, let's move on to the next reason as to why this game blows ass, and that is its god-awful quote-unquote campaign. This game has virtually no story or objective at all. In Horizon 1, you're a no-name racer who has to climb their way to the ranks to eventually knock off the Horizon champion Darius Flynn. In Horizon 2, you complete different races and showcase events to eventually win the Horizon finale. In Horizon 3, you expand the festival across Australia and complete a giant final showcase event where you have an epic finale against a blimp. And then we get to Horizon 4, where there really wasn't a proper ending at all. You just complete all the races and showcase events, and that's basically it. And Horizon 5 also falls victim to this. All you do is races, Horizon stories, and expand your festival, and that's pretty much it. There is no end goal or finale or credits. It just ends. There is no proper ending. And that's what makes the gameplay feel boring, repetitive, and meaningless. And look, I get it, they want to make Horizon a live game with all the new updates and events. I think player in games needs to understand that a game can have an ending and you can still update it at the same time. If anything, it will keep the player base coming back long after they finish the campaign. For instance, in Horizon 2, once you complete the finale, you still have 163 championships you can still complete, something I did by the way. What I'm saying is that Forza Horizon has a progression problem. If you make a game that doesn't have a proper ending, then what's the point of playing it at all? Another gripe I have with this game is its soundtrack. Now, I made a whole video about this, go check that out when you get the chance, but I just have to talk about how generationally bad this soundtrack is. I'd say that the soundtrack is one of the most important parts of the Horizon series. The game is literally based off of a music festival, so it's important to have a good, vibe-filled soundtrack, and Horizon 5 misses the mark completely. Horizon 1 and 2 soundtracks were good because they featured these new indie artists that no one ever heard before. Music groups like Two Door Cinema Club, Passion Pit, Churches, Mike Snow, Nick Mulvey, Wolfgang Carter, Maverick Sabre, and so on. Hell, Annie Yvette, who's a relatively unknown artist, had her song Shooting Star featured in Horizon 4, and she credited Horizon 4 with helping to put her on the map. So Horizon soundtrack mainly consists of new indie artists and artists that most people had never heard of, and that's what made the songs new and exciting. And Horizon 5 takes that concept and chucks it out the window. Now, the game's soundtrack has been a steady decline ever since Rob the Bank stopped curating the soundtrack after Horizon 2, but Horizon 5 soundtrack is a new low. This soundtrack has the most NPC co-worker songs you can imagine. Levitating by Dua Lipa, Heat Waves by Glass Animals, Industry Baby by Lil Nas X. Do you remember that Grubhub commercial from 2020 that became a giant meme because of how cringe it was? Yeah, that Soyo song is in this game for some godforsaken reason. Also, not to mention the ridiculous amount of censoring in some of the songs. Like, for instance, in Industry Baby, they literally have to cut out half of the song because of all the cussy words in the lyrics.
All I find is saying release my news. Everybody trying to sue me. You call me Nas, but the hood call me.
And also in the song Teardrops by Bring Me the Horizon, they censor the word God. This soundtrack is genuinely unlistenable, and there have been many times where I've literally had to turn it off because of how much it sucks. I now want to move on to the final two reasons why I have such a distaste for this game, and that will be the map and, yes, the graphics. Starting off with the map, it just feels empty, which is a weird thing to say because of how diverse it is. You have the Baja Desert, the jungle, the canyon, the volcano, and the charming small towns like Guanajuato, but something about this map just feels so barren and desolate, and I think this is due in part by this game's graphics. I don't like the way this game looks. I think games like Horizon 2 and 3 are leaps and bounds better than this game, even though both of them are around 10 years older. Take a look at a side-by-side between Horizon 3 and 5, it's night and day. Look at how much more colorful and vibrant Horizon 3 is. All the colors in Horizon 5 just feel bland and washed out. So there's my final thoughts / rant on Horizon 5, and while there is a lot of bad in this game, there still are some bright spots. For one, this game was the first ever Forza game to be made available on PlayStation, which can help grow the player base and introduce a whole new group of players to the Horizon series. And hopefully Playground Games can learn from the mistakes of this game to make sure Horizon 6 is the best possible game it can be.